everyone, I'm Dr. Z. I'm a clinical psychologist specializing in transgender care. Welcome to my channel. Let's talk today about LGBTQ community and whether you really need to belong or whether you need to be part of LGBT community. Lately, a number of you have reached out to me and have raised this question. A lot of you have been asking me things along the lines of, I went to Pride Parade, but I don't really feel like I connect to LGBTQ community. I don't really feel like I resonate. I went to support group with other LGBTQ identified individuals, and I just did not feel like I was clicking or connecting with them. People have been asking me whether it makes them any less trans, if it makes them any less supportive, or even in fact if it makes them transphobic. And I have my own personal opinion about all of this. My personal opinion is that if you don't feel like you are connected or resonating with any type of community, then perhaps that community is not for you. This idea that because you identify as transgender, that you automatically need to belong and need to be part of LGBTQ community, part of the Pride Parade, part of this, part of that, part of this. I don't aspire to that. I don't think that is very true, and I don't think that's healthy, because then you're going to resent your community if you feel like you're forced to be there. Not everybody. I have a lot of people that I work with that don't feel that they don't really resonate with transgender communities. They don't resonate with different subgroups of transgender community, because the transgender community is very, very broad. We have people who identify as transbinary, and there's some groups of people who identify as transbinary who don't, who have their own personal beliefs that other individuals who, unless they're going through the whole physical transition, are not really transgender. Then there's a subgroup of individuals who identify as non-binary, and they have their own little subgroups within that group. Then we have genderqueers. Then we have, you name it, we have just a whole bunch of individuals under transgender umbrella. And there's all of those different subgroups and different belief systems. And some people believe you should be doing this, and some people believe you should be doing that. So not to mention, people are going to have their different also political views. Not every transgender or gender diverse individual is going to be liberal. Some of you are going to be conservative. Some of you are going to be not going to be affiliated with any party, and so on and so forth. So to find the communities that you really connect with is seldom possible. It is often quite difficult. In my experience, at least my clients, I feel that it's quite difficult to find communities that resonate with. What happens is that you go to the community and then you'll find some people you resonate with, and then you become friends with those individuals. But if you're one of those people that have gone to LGBT community, have gone to some kind of LGBTQ groups or Pride Parade, and felt that completely out of place, felt not connected, felt that you just did not connect at all with other gender diverse people, that is fine too. There's no pressure. It's the same way there's no pressure to carry a transgender flag and constantly advocate for transgender rights. That is an individual choice. A choice of advocacy is a very personal choice, and advocacy is not easy. So people who choose to do advocacy type of work, or to do advocacy visibility where they're visible as who they are, that is, again, it's a very personal choice. Some people decide not to. Some people who transition decide not to be open about being transgender at all. And I think that's a very personal decision, and that's not anything that anybody should be judging. I don't believe in this idea that because you identify as transgender, everybody got to rally in a group and everybody is got to be overly inclusive, and now everybody has a pressure to advocate for themselves. That is, again, a very, very personal choice. There's no such thing as being part of a trans community as something that's mandatory for you to go through this. Transition is very personal. It does not belong to groups. It only belongs to you. It doesn't belong to anybody else. Being part of the group is great if you resonate with the group. And those of you who do resonate with the LGBT community, you know that that feels like a great experience, because you feel like you've actually found people who had the same experiences that you have, or had the same thing that they have gone through, and as a result, it brings you closer together. But for a lot of you, you will just not connect, and that is okay. Find other people you connect to. You may be finding that you're connecting much more to people who are of a different gender expression, to people who don't have gender issues, to people who maybe you're connecting to them through a completely different type of bridge of connectivity. Maybe it's a connection through things you're passionate about. Maybe it's a connection through the books. Maybe it's a connection through the movies you like to watch. Maybe it's a connection through the activities you like to do. So find group of people that you click with on this more emotional feeling level. Don't worry about being fit in a particular community group. Don't worry about the fact that you went to a community group or gathering that was LGBTQ identified and that you walked away feeling disconnected. That is okay. That's just how you felt. It's in no way does this makes you transphobic. In no way does that make you transphobic. It makes you a person who just did not find people that you click with. That is it. And it just so happens that you were in a group of people that were also gender diverse individuals. So bear that in mind. Again, I hear that a lot. Some people feel guilt. Some people I work with experience a lot of guilt of not connecting to their LGBT community, as if there is something that is what's the word I'm looking for? Mandatory, as if it's something that you need to do, like some kind of hazing process, some kind of need for belongingness. And no, not all of you are going to connect, and that is okay. Find people that you resonate with, apart even from LGBT community, because life is so much more than just gender, and you are so much bigger and much more complex and much more interesting individual than just your gender identity. There's many aspects to you. Gender identity is just one aspect of who you are. There's so much more to you. So if you are watching this, and if you went to LGBTQ community or groups or Pride Parade or any other activities, and you did not feel connected, and you're feeling bad about it, or you're feeling some kind of unease about it, don't worry about it. Find just a group of people that you connect with. In no way, just because you are transgender and you're going through your own process, and you're going through your own journey, and you're going through your own path, and you're going through your own evolution, that you suddenly need to carry any kind of strong advocacy work. If you do, and if you call to it, that's wonderful. If you don't, that's okay too. Just do what feels very, very right to you, and that's all that matters. So hope all this was helpful. Comment below, let me know how many of you, I'm curious to know, actually do feel connected and click, and if you found your group, or if you maybe some of you had a few instances where you had to go to several groups until you found the one that worked for you. And comment below if you're watching this, if you actually went to any kind of LGBTQ groups or any kind of LGBTQ gatherings, and if you felt not connected at all, if you felt that that's just not something that resonates with you. And comment below how that made you feel and how you do feel about it now, and especially how you feel about it now after watching this video. Let me know. I love hearing all of your comments, and I will see you guys all next time. Bye.